There.
Okay.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to the brief meeting. The topic of discussion today is going to be, it's a small thing that we could do to help our own health, to help our economy, and to help the planet Earth. If there was something that was very simple for you guys to start doing to boost the economy, saves the Earth, and improves your own health, wouldn't you like to know what that is? The answer is simple. It's to shop local. Does anyone here ever question where the food that they eat comes from? Have you ever grown your own food at home and noticed that it stays good for a certain amount of time, but then when you buy it from a big store, you don't know how long it's been in transit, but somehow it stays good for, days or weeks after the purchase, but somehow it's labeled fresh? How about if I ask how much you guys contribute to preserving the Earth for future generations? Do you try to reduce your carbon footprint? Use less fossil fuels, plastic? The needs that we have in society, there's different ways that we can help. And one thing I'm going to discuss today is the simple thing that we could do, which is to shop local, to live happier and healthier lives. According to a recent article in 2023, it's by Lori Starling in 2023. It's from One Green Planet. She goes into depth explaining reasons on why buying local is good for you individually as well as a whole in community. She discusses that when we're shopping at local farmers markets for produce, you're buying food that is the freshest possible, and it did not include much transportation. So think about each stop that the big companies use when they're transporting, and it puts high risk with the overall quality control. Sometimes it can slip through the cracks, bugs, animals getting to it, temperature and moisture, or the food can have pesticides in it that we will never know 100% about. Local market, they most likely picked food that you purchased within that same week. The amount of packaging involved, potentially it can be none as well. The local markets, you could bring your own bag sometimes, and sometimes they'll let you pick the food right then and there. This would help you also to connect with your food and the environment as well. On an economic level, shopping local can help your own neighbors in your community. Food markets, the neighborhood mechanics, the barber shops, and everything else, they all rely on our small businesses to pay their bills, hold a roof over their head, feed their families. Starling finished off of her article. She says that buying local can actually just be better for our overall health, from the food all the way to purchasing something even like makeup. The less traveling miles and plastic packaging, it could be a minimum, if not cut altogether. And then Joseph Lustberg from Forbes magazine in 2022, he calls local businesses the bread and butter of the economy. And in that article, you can learn that the shopping local cycles money back into the community. The tax revenues from the sales tax versus sales tax from big companies, it helps our community instead of the government. So it'll be used for our community also. You don't get those types of benefits from shopping at large chain stores. Another point that he makes is that it creates more jobs. And then, according to the Small Business Administration, the 2019 small business profiles show that small business added 1.8 million net new jobs in the U.S. during the last year's study. The U.S. has 30.7 million small businesses, and they employ 47.3% of the private workforce. Okay, so now I want everyone to visualize what kind of life that you want for your family, your friends, and your neighborhood. The healthier options that you guys can have, more energy, the healthier earth, less waste and pollution for future generations, and also what you guys can achieve by coming together, purchasing local. It improves our economy. And then before you guys get back to work, something that you can think of while you're finishing out your day is the American dream. So supporting local and small business supports that American dream. Every small business owner and us, we all want to achieve our highest aspirations and goals. So by supporting these small businesses, you're supporting your neighbors, your fellow Americans trying to achieve this American dream. By supporting them, we help ourselves with our own health, earth, our friends and family. So thank you guys for coming today. I hope that we could all take into action, slowly implicating shopping local into our daily lives. We could even start by replacing one store with something else and just keep adding on to it. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.